Hey everybody, Matt Wallace. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Faction. I'm here today to tell you my top prediction for disaster recovery for 2020. In 2018 and 2019, Faction saw a lot of customers starting to migrate their disaster recovery environments to the cloud, leveraging VMware Cloud on AWS. I think what we're thinking of today is the fact that VMware has announced major partnerships also with Azure and with GCP, where people will have the ability to select any of the public clouds for their disaster recovery workflow. We think that because of the adoption we've seen of VMware Cloud and AWS for this, we think the number one trend for DR in 2020 is definitely going to be people adopting public cloud for their disaster recovery, leveraging VMware technologies.
Hi, my name is Rif Kassan. I'm the CTO of NeoDB, and I'm here to give you my database predictions for 2020. My first prediction is that organizations will be increasing their use of microservice architectures. Organizations are feeling a lot more competitive pressures to increase agility and be able to adjust to customer demands. Customers have grown used to easy to use, responsive access to applications either through mobile or through the web. As organizations try to adjust to these newer expectations, they're going to have to refactor applications to be a little bit more agile and be able to deploy things quicker and faster. Microservices style architectures significantly improves the ability of an organization to make these changes quicker, faster, and more predictable. My second prediction is that as organizations become more comfortable with Kubernetes, microservices, and containers, they're going to be looking at adopting containers and microservices for stateful applications. The reason being is that most applications by enterprises require state, and as customers adopt microservices, they're going to be looking to use the same paradigms for stateful applications in the same sort of environment as Kubernetes and with containers. My third prediction is as more and more customers adopt both microservices and stateful applications, the need for being able to deploy those across multiple clusters or multiple clouds is going to ramp up. Just like in any enterprise application where customers or organizations need to protect against availability and disaster recovery events, organizations that adopt Kubernetes microservices will need to be able to deploy that application and data across multiple clusters to protect against availability and disaster recovery events.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Knudsen. I'm a cloud technologist for Island, and I wanted to give you a few quick predictions of what I think are going to be big deals in 2020. First off, I think multi-cloud is going to become more and more common. And I don't necessarily mean a highly integrated environment, just companies using more and more different types of clouds. And this is going to result in real true cloud sprawl, which is going to become very problematic for a lot of customers because they're going to end up with multiple panes of glass. They're going to end up with data governance issues all over the place. And there's going to be a lot of security concerns that are going to come about because of that. Not because they're in the cloud, but just because their data is in so many different places that managing that data is going to be tough. Secondly, I think we're going to see cybercrime escalate quite a bit. We're going to see more attacks, we're going to see better defenses, we're going to see escalating ransoms, and we're going to see hidden attacks, things that we're not used to seeing with ransomware, where companies are going to be getting attacked very quietly, kind of the traditional data being stolen type thing. And why I think this is going to be a bigger deal, we've seen it increasing, particularly with ransomware, getting bigger and bigger and having more and more concerns with that. It's just easier to do, and there's a lot of money to be made there. Third, containers and Kubernetes seem to be everywhere today, and I think tomorrow in 2020, we're going to start seeing that become more of a common reality for a lot of customers. Partially because it's both on-premises and in the cloud architecture. And in fact, I think it'll become a bridge between the two in a lot of ways for customers. Fourth, I feel like there's going to be a lot of less fear about going to the cloud. We've been seeing this a lot more, and many of the concerns that customers have as I talk to them are being addressed. Cloud providers understand what customers are afraid of, and we're addressing those types of things. And in particular, these non-hyperscaler clouds like Island are focusing on that specifically. Finally, I think the role of an IT administrator is going to evolve even further than it has. And a lot of this is coming from philosophies like DevOps. Some of it's coming just from the simple shifting of needs internally for IT due to things like simplification, where you see hyperconvergence come into play. We see more and more of these containers, cloud plays into that. And quite frankly, we all need to have a bigger role in providing security for our environment. So those are what I think is going to happen in 2020. We'll see what happens, but I hope this helps you kind of help to focus in on what you should be focusing on and really starting to prepare yourself for that. Thanks.